Next up, we're going to have a look at how we can make our guessing game repeat. So when the user gets to the end of the game, we can ask them if they want to have another go, and if they do, we'll go back to the start. And as part of that, we need to look at how we can interpret the string that they type in, because they can type yes, Y, capital Y, lowercase y, they could have trailing spaces, all sorts of things. So we'll have a look at a few tricks that we can use to make our programs more flexible and robust. So here we have our awesome Hello World program that we started with right back at the start, and we want to have a repeat here so that we can repeat this program as many times as the user would like. This is just a simple example to demonstrate how you could repeat a set of code, but you could of course replace this simple statement with a whole program like we've looked at already. So the answer to this question, would you like to repeat the program, could be a capital Y, a lowercase y, yes, with a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters and all sorts of different things. But first let's have a look at how we could actually create this repeat loop. So at the top I need to initialize this repeat variable, and let's say repeat equals capital Y, like that. And so we could have a while loop that said while repeat equals capital Y. We're going to do everything that we have here, so we're going to indent that print statement to make sure it's part of that loop. So now, as long as repeat is equal to capital Y, we'll do this hello world. And because we initialized repeat to a capital Y, it will go through it the first time. Then I'm going to put this repeat question into that loop as well by indenting it. And so now we'll ask them if they want to repeat. So let's run this program and see what happens. We'll get hello world, and then we'll get the question, would you like to repeat the program? If I type a capital Y, it'll repeat. If I type a lowercase y, the program just ends. This is because the criteria here, the condition, is case sensitive. So if we have a lowercase y, it's of course different to an uppercase y. So the obvious question then is, how do we ensure that we can repeat the program if they do lowercase or uppercase y? There's a couple of different things we could do. We could say repeat equals y, uppercase y, or repeat equals a lowercase y. But we've got a number of different conditions that we could put in, and this could get really messy and really long. So a better way of doing that would be simply at the end of this input statement, we could use dot upper, which is a string method that will take whatever is before the period there, the full stop, which in this case is the input string, and convert it to an uppercase letter, or uppercase letters if there's more than one letter. So let's test this one more time. So lowercase y, and now the program repeats like we'd expect with an uppercase y, and that still works as well. And if I type n, our program should end. Okay, so one other thing we might want to test, what if we type y and then they accidentally press a space afterwards? So we have y and then space. We'd like that to repeat, but it doesn't. We have trailing spaces, so we could use another string method, this time strip, and we can just string those together like we've got there, one after the other, and this will take any trailing spaces off our string. So let's run that one more time. Y with a space, and now our program's repeated as we'd like. So here we're building in some flexibility and some robustness to our program. Okay, what about if we'd like it to repeat if they type yes? At the moment that's not working. Like we saw before with the lowercase y option, in here we could say or repeat equals yes. Now it's important I make that all uppercase, because remember we've got this upper method on the end there, so it's going to convert that string to uppercase. So let's run this once more. Would you like to repeat the program? Let's say yes, all lowercase, yes, all uppercase, a mixture of uppercase and lowercase with some trailing spaces, lowercase y, uppercase y. Our program's working, we've tested it on all sorts of different inputs, and of course if we type anything else, our program's going to end, and that's what we want. So as I'm sure you've probably guessed by now, your challenge for this video is to try and implement this repeat loop into your guessing game. So just like we've looked at with that simple example with just the print hello world, you can use exactly the same concept with your guessing game, but of course now you have a lot more code to go in place of that hello world. pause the video now, have a go at that, come back and we'll have a look at one implementation of this challenge. So welcome back. Let's have a look at a possible solution for this challenge. I've got just the same code as I had before, but I've added in this line of code up the top and another while loop. And you can see this time, instead of having all capitals, I've got all lowercase. And you'll see the slight difference that I have to have at the bottom of our loop. It doesn't matter which way around you do it, as long as you use the correct combination. So I've got the repeat variable equal to yes, all lowercase. I've said while repeat is equal to yes or y. We're going to do everything in this code, which is just the main guessing game that we had before. And then down the bottom, I've got this line of code that says, would you like to play again? And this time I've used .lower rather than .upper. And I'm sure you can guess what that does. It converts it to lowercase rather than uppercase, and that's why I used lowercase in the criteria up the top. So we'll quickly test this program just to make sure it's working. And I'll just guess the correct number straight away. Took one guess, our guess was 49, and if we say yes and with a few spaces, it should take us back. Now of course you should go through and test all of the different criteria, all of the different permutations that we could have to ensure your program is working, but in the interest of time for this video I'm going to stop it there. But go back to your program, check it thoroughly, test that it's working on every type of input you can imagine, and then we'll see you in the next video.